This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
So my next question is what are some challenges you face on Kubernetes and how you solve them? Like maybe generic or some other specific problem you've faced.
So basically, when I started using the Kubernetes, my assumption was very straightforward. So I, of course, prepared the staging environment, test environment, and then I prepared the production environment as well. And I was thinking the resource was the same thing. I was not thinking the big picture, right? Because my staging and test will be very low resources because only the internal user. So when I deployed in the first, and I started using the deployment is happening, but the developer is complaining, hey, we are out of resources, because in the production we have the continuous, the user is flowing, user is using it, and my resource is low. And then actually I find out, wow, my staging environment is working fine, test environment working is fine, but the production environment I was having the issues. So one of the challenge I can share now, the production environment, all the resources completely different than my prepared environment resources. So though I reviewed with my senior engineer, he said, well, look at this. You are using the same template, but you need to really change the resources here because production have to be more nodes need to be added, more resources, the node resources has to be heavier than the pre-production environment. Of course, some of the issues is when the resource is low, some of the pod was crashing, service was crashing, and all things actually related with the resources. So that's kind of things I can remember. Also, some of the other thing was the environment was giving some issues when after the immediate what is called the deployment, and what else? And when the Kubernetes itself, the Kubernetes versioning was required to be updated, and also the programming language versioning, the packaging need to be updated. Those kind of things, some challenges, and the challenges means I have to actually make sure the developer also update their versioning because everything comes from the Docker file. So the Docker is using the different versioning in the Kubernetes, and it is actually was not a good practice. So when the configuration has to be changed, versioning has to be changed. So I have to meet with the developer and explain them that we are actually the planning to change the version 15 to version 16. So we have to change in the development environment, start with the developer computer, the development environment, test environment, staging environment. Finally, it will be the production environment. So these are some challenges I can share with you as per my memory goes.